Hi, welcome to today's On This Day in Tudor History video. I'm Claire Ridgway. I'm the author of On This Day in Tudor History, which is the book that has inspired this series of videos. And I'm here with you every day to give you news of Tudor events like births, deaths, marriages, baptisms, battles, executions, you name it. Things that happened on this day in Tudor history. Now I'm taking you back to 1522 today in the reign of King Henry VIII. For it was on this day in Tudor history, the 2nd of March 1522, that King Henry VIII rode out at the annual Shrovetide Joust with a motto, with a special motto, elle, coeur, navera, or she has wounded my heart. Now he had that motto embroidered on the trappings of his horse, and chronicler Edward Hall records the event in his chronicle. In the month of March, as you have heard before, came certain noblemen from the emperor to the king, which the more to solace them enterprised a joust. He himself was chief on the one side. His courser was barded in cloth of silver of Denmark, embroidered with elle of gold, and under the hearts a heart of a man wounded, and great rolls of gold with black letters, in which was written mon navera. Put together it is elle, mon coeur, navera. She hath wounded my heart. And the same suite was his base. There followed Sir Nicolas Carew. His base and bard was white damask, on which was embroidered with cloth of gold a prison and a man looking out at a grate. And over the prison came from the prisoner a roll, in which was written in French, in prison I am at liberty, and at liberty I am in prison. And all his apparel was guarded with shackles of silver. Then followed the Earl of Devonshire, the Lord Roos in one suit. Their apparel was white velvet, embroidered with cloth of gold, wrought in device a heart, traversed crosswise with a chain, the which divided the bard in 4 quarters. In 2 quarters was a hand of gold holding a spear of the world. On the other 2 quarters was 2 hands holding 2 plumes of feathers. And on the borders were written, my heart is between joy and pain. Then followed Anthony Kingston and Anthony Knivet. Their apparel was a heart bound in a blue lace, embroidered on crimson satin, and written about with letters of gold, my heart is bound. Nicholas Darrell had a bard and base of black satin, embroidered full of hearts turned or broken of gold, and written in letters of silver, my heart is broken. Last of that band was Anthony Brown, which had a bard of silver full of spears of the world broken, set on hearts broken, all of gold, written about in letters of black, sans remedy, without remedy. Then entered the Duke of Suffolk and his band, all in bards and bases of russet velvet and cloth of silver, embroidered with branches of paunces, which I think is pansies, of gold. At these jousts were many spears broken, which the strangers highly commended. Now that is a marvellous description from Edward Hall of the costumes that those men were wearing as they rode out to this annual Shrovetide Joust. What a spectacle it must have been. I can just imagine it from those words. It was a real show of chivalry. And of course, we've got this theme of, unrequited love, hearts being broken without remedy. Now, it's often said that Henry VIII's use of this motto, she has wounded my heart, and the whole theme, that Shrovetide of unrequited love, is evidence that he was courting Mary Boleyn, sister of Anne Boleyn. But there's actually no evidence at all that he was courting Mary at this time. We don't know when he was involved with Mary. this motto could have been aimed at another woman, or it may have simply have been the theme that was chosen for the Shrovetide entertainments. It might just have been a chivalric theme. Now, you can find out more about Mary Boleyn and Henry VIII in my video, Mary Boleyn, Mistress of Two Kings, which looks at whether she was involved with Francis I, King of France, and then looks at the evidence we have of her relationship with King Henry VIII. But there is actually nothing that points to Mary really being the woman that the king was involved with at this time. We just don't know. We've got a photo bomb of a cat who's now deciding to scratch the mat behind me. Now, you can find out more about Mary Boleyn and King Henry VIII and their relationship in my video, Mary Boleyn, Mistress of Two Kings, which looks at whether Mary was the mistress of King Francis I of France, and then considers the evidence of her involvement with King Henry VIII. But I can say now that there is no evidence that Mary Boleyn was the subject of the king's affections at this time, March 1522. So I hope you've enjoyed today. I hope you've enjoyed Edward Hall's wonderful description of that Shrovetide Joust on the 2nd of March 1522. I'll be back tomorrow with another Tudor history event. You can subscribe to this channel by just clicking on that button there, and also hit the bell if you want to be notified of new videos as they come out. I really appreciate you following my work, and I always enjoy reading your comments. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.